Good afternoon, Sava here from Football Heritage TV. Hope that everyone is well. It's been a topsy-turvy 48 hours in the Tottenham Hotspur community. The Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust are now coming out with comments which, quite frankly, I find quite laughable and shows that they may be the trust, but do they actually have an understanding of how football clubs work and how transfers work? I feel like now they are just saying words for words' sake. I don't know who said it. I don't know any of them personally. So this isn't a personal attack on any of them. I just can't understand how so many people do not understand what has happened with the Harry Kane situation. Let's get into those comments right after this. Yeah, it's good afternoon. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. So the Premier League is back, and you wouldn't have a Premier League being back without drama at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Whether we want it or not, it's there. It's always going to be there. It is Tottenham Hotspur. But I do find it quite funny. I just got in and I've just seen some comments on Sky Sports News from the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust. And I just looked at them and thought, are we now all not understanding how transfers work or that players move on from clubs all the time? Now, I'm going to go through the comments and then I want to talk about them. I'm not knocking them here. I just don't seem to understand when they come out with this kind of self-righteousness. What do they not understand about the football side of things? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the comments so that I can show you exactly what's been said, and then we can go through them together. So as you can see here, they have said, Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust comment on Harry Kane. This is a sad day for all Spurs supporters. We are all devastated to see Harry Kane go, our leading goal scorer and one of our greatest ever players. He embodied everything Tottenham. He gave his all for the club, giving us so many memories to treasure. We thank Harry for all he has done for Spurs. Okay, so far, I don't disagree with any of that. Sure, of course, no one wants to see their top players go, but it happens. Here's where it gets interesting. It should never have come to this. Why? Top players leave clubs all the time. What do we not understand about that? Frank Lampard left West Ham. Cristiano Ronaldo leaves Man United. Sadio Mane left Liverpool. How many players have come and gone at Chelsea? How many players have come and gone at Man City? Mahrez and Gundogan have just left the treble winners. Gareth Bale left. Sol Campbell left. Won't get into that one, but Sol left. Bale left. Modric left. Walker left. Berbatov left. That's just our club. Van Persie left Arsenal to go to Man United. Nasri left Arsenal. Carvalho left Chelsea. Declan Rice left West Ham. This isn't big breaking news. Top player who spent a decade at the football club leaves. Most players don't give you a decade. This is a watershed moment, they went on to say, and a clear and painful indictment of the on-field development of the club over the last 4 years. We have lost a generational talent who, by his own words, only wanted to see the club progress. But the lack of coherent and consistent football strategy from the board has seen significant on-field regression since 2019, leading to one of our own feeling he had no viable option but to leave. Hang on. While a lot of that statement is very true, yeah, we have regressed in the last 4 years, but it's not just the last 4 years. These owners have been doing this for 23 years. Why all of a sudden now are the Supporters Trust getting involved? They did it a few months ago with ticket prices. Now they're doing it with Harry Kane. Where's the Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust been when some of us have been banging this drum for the last 23 years? Where have they been during that time while we were being belittled and called negative? Hang on, let's get this right. Let's call a spade, yeah? Players leave football clubs. I don't want to be the one to break this emotional news to people. Spurs are a good-sized club. We are not the size of a Man United. We are not the size of Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool. We are simply not. People want to think we are. We are not. We've never been and we are not right now. Who knows what the future holds? But even if we had just won the FA Cup and finished fourth, there's nothing to say Harry Kane wouldn't have left. Players leave clubs, especially when they've been there for a decade. A lot of players leave. You'll find a handful stay, because what will happen in the comments, people will go, oh, look at Neville, look at Giggs. Sure, but they were playing for the biggest club in the world. But there's so many that have left. The Beckhams left. Yeah. Lionel Messi left Barcelona. Yeah. Ronaldo left Real Madrid and Man United and Juventus. People leave football clubs. This is not just on Tottenham Hotspur and Levy. The board are merely temporary custodians of this club. If this board doesn't share the ambition of one of the greatest players, then how can fans feel assured or reassured, in the direction of this football club? Okay, right? I agree with you. I'm not knocking you for this Tottenham Hotspur Supporters Trust. I agree with that sentiment. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry, what about the fans and the previous 15, 16 managers and the previous players? This isn't about, oh, if you didn't satisfy Kane, what about us? What about fans that for years and years have gone to all the games? I mean, in my 40 years of being a Spurs fan, I've been all around the world following this club, season ticket for years until I had enough of Daniel Levy. So why now? Why now? What? Because a top player leaves a football club? Come on. I want to be one of the people to bring some common sense back to this. I get it. Emotions are running high. Everyone's living in this dream world that Harry Kane only ever wanted to play for Tottenham Hotspur. But that's not the real world. Fans are angry and hurt, they went on to say. Our loyalty is being tested to breaking point. That happened a long time ago. This isn't what has tested most people's loyalty. If this board doesn't share the ambition, if this board doesn't share the ambition, what do you mean if this board doesn't share the ambition? This board's never shared the ambition. We must question the club's strategy and ambition, and we are owed an explanation on exactly who sanctioned the sale and why it happened a matter of hours before the season kicks off. This is where they lose all my respect. Who sanctioned the sale? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the chairman who doesn't want to lose a player for free. Would these very same fans be happy next summer if Harry Kane walked on a free and ended up in a Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea shirt, wherever he goes? Who sanctioned the sale? So your best player who's worth 100 million comes to you and says, I don't want to sign a contract. I would like to leave. One of the biggest clubs in world football come in and put in a bid. And Daniel Levy's meant to turn around and go, no, I'm going to let him go on a free. What world are we living in? This is absolutely crazy. Then the why it happened a matter of hours before the season kicks off. Read. Postecoglou already told you they knew this was happening. They would be preparing and planning for this. He's told you this. Daniel Levy is damned if... I don't even like Daniel Levy. But he's damned if he does in this situation and he's damned if he doesn't. Right? If he had let him go on a free, right, everyone would be going, oh, he should have sold him. He should have got 100 million when you had the chance. You can't let him walk for free. Everyone said, you must get X amount of money. And as far as I've read the whole way through, Daniel Levy has said, this is my number. I will not sell until I get this number. So the reason he was sold a couple of days before it kicked off is because that is when Bayern Munich reached the right amount, the agreed amount that Tottenham Hotspur would sell him for. I'm so baffled how this common sense doesn't get into people. The club board must make a public statement, respond to questions on the stewardship, and show that it knows what putting football first means. Listen, they should have done this a long time ago. This, for me, is all too little, all too late. Some of us have been banging this drum for 15, 16, 17 years. The Brian Daigles, the Stells, the Phil Pease. People like me, we've been banging this drum for years that these owners have done this. We've been shut down. We've been belittled. Yeah, we've been told we're not real fans. We're negative. Now, all of a sudden, because Harry Kane leaves, these people now want to jump up and we're speaking for the fans. Where have you been the last decade or two? Nah, I'm sorry. There are many things to beat Daniel Levy over the head with. But leading up to this, yes, was all his fault. But when the player who is the best player in your team comes to you and says, I want to leave, you have to sell him for as much money as possible. And I don't blame Levy on that. Look at PSG with Mbappe. I don't want to sign a new contract. Cool, you are transfer listed. It's what clubs do. Fans like these, they claim they want to be a big club. They want the owners to make this club a big club. But then when we make big club decisions, they get annoyed. Make your mind up. I'm sorry. I'm not going to continue to do videos on Harry Kane. There's only one more that I've got planned for the week, which isn't really about Kane. But this can't keep going on. People have to have an understanding of how football clubs run and the transfer situation. You can't just keep holding players and letting them go on a free. Sol Campbell went on a free. Ledley King at the end of his career retired, went on a free. Can we have a third graduate of our product, of our academy? The third biggest one, I would say, that you had Sol Campbell, Ledley King and Kane have been the biggest three in the last 30 years. Can we really let him go on a free as well? No, you had to do it. Tottenham are bigger than one player. We are a big enough club to not rely on one player. We will be fine. Clip this, mark my words, take the mick out of me, whatever you've got to do. We will be fine. We have a manager that will move us in the right direction, playing good football. If that's without Kane, I don't care. Thank you for everything you've done. But he done the right thing. He left the club. He's been out for 10 years. He wants to go and win big trophies. Cool, go and do that. And he got us £100 million. If he hadn't, people would have been questioning him. So let's leave it there. Much love. I'm sure 50% will agree with me. 50% won't. Keep it clean in the comments, please, people. A lot of vitriol and hate lately. Keep it clean. Please like, please subscribe. And as always, Spurs are bigger than any one man. Okay? The name on the front, not the name on the back. Tottenham, not the name on the back. Have a good day, everyone. Enjoy your Saturdays. Take care.